Here for Hammer Down. Let me go ahead and pull up tonight's starting grid. This is championship weekend. I'll go through the points here in just a second, and I can't fucking... Chris is too loud. I don't know why he didn't do the driver's meeting earlier. Alright, let's go ahead and pull up tonight's starting grid. On the pole, we got Greg Wood with the quick time. He's our points leader. Tyler in second, Puddin starting third, Outlaw in fourth. Chris, our second place in points, only 1 point back from Greg Wood, sitting in fifth. Mark Parker's in sixth. Well, I can only imagine. I know you had a rough week last week, so Mark Parker's, I think, what are you, 8 points back from Greg in points? Let's go ahead. Al just sent me the points like right before this. 8 points back. Then we got Tyler Woodard in seventh, Michael in eighth, Robert in ninth, Johnny No Pants sitting in 10th, Scott Mayhew Jr. in 11th, Spencer Teal in 12th. Kyle Harmon starting 13th. That's our fourth championship contender there. 10 points back. Starting way back. He's got some work to do tonight. Robert in 14th. James in 15th. Thad in 16th. Nathan Eastep 17th. Scott Baker 18th. And Josh Van Weston starting in that 19th position as we get ready to go green flag racing. Yeah, that was a tough one, man. I know Greg felt bad. All right, guys, getting ready to go green flag. This time by is they are ultra loud for some reason when Chris is talking. I might end up having to mute the chat. It's good to know what's going on, but man, it is loud. So I didn't think it was going to load up on Twitch, but it loaded up on Twitch too. So we got Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch on here tonight. How's everybody doing? Make sure you get your likes, your shares, and your follows out there if you're not already following. We got 100 laps here at Vegas. I was trying to help these guys with Discord. I got that sidetracked. I'm going to pull up the other screen as we get ready to go green flag racing. Gotta get that. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to. I thrown the track on that one. All right, so. I don't own the car. All right, so no side by side because I'm not buying the Xfinity car for my other account. We're gonna get ready to go racing with Greg Wood out in front, Tyler second. As the pace car pulls in. Green flag is out as Parker's jumps to the high side. Immediately takes it 3 wide for third. Parker's up high, making that old dude up to the third position, up on the high side. He's going to lose a little bit of ground as he's got Puddin up underneath them. They're side by side for third. Oh, Tyler off the wall a little bit. We got a bracket in the back. Caution flag's going to come out already. Oh, it sounds like Harmon might have gotten caught up in that one, because it looks like Michael goes around in that number 19 machine. Let's go take a look. Oh, he got the wall. Pushing it a little hard. Gets up into the wall. Gets a push. And just loses the back end. Harmon gets caught up in that one. Points contender Kyle Harmon caught up in that one. Nowhere for him to go. Go sit up. Let's go sit on Harmon's lap. Kyle, I hope I'm not too happy. Too heavy. Nowhere for him to go. Nothing he can do. He's on the brakes. Just a victim in that one. Harmon having to use a fast repair really early here tonight. Lap one, caution one. Hopefully this isn't a repeat of last week, as we spent most of our time under caution. As we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars on pit road. Pit road crowded, as there was a lot of cars catching damage in that one. Some of them are minor damage, but Kyle Harmon probably getting the worst of that one. So Harmon having to take a fast repair. He's got to take care of that thing the rest of the day. I mean, that's a massive hit, losing his fast repair on lap number 1. How's everybody doing? Who's out there in the chat? Let me know. Robert, thank you for the share, by the way. Chris, of course, always thank you for the share. I don't know why it hasn't been showing my likes over here, but we're going to refresh that. Alright, so Greg Wood out there collecting some bonus points out in front in the lead. Easy bonus points for him here tonight. He's in a good position, but I'll tell you what. I'm pretty sure Parkhurst isn't going to race him very nicely. He's going to race him harder than anybody else on the track because they got together last week, and I know, as much as Greg didn't mean to, Parkhurst isn't happy about the opportunity lost last week. All right, we are 1 to go to green this time by. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing. All right, so we got a couple new guys. You know, Tyler's out there. First time for him being out here with us in that number 6 machine. Let's see how Parkhurst does this restart. Had a great restart anticipating last time. This time it's all on the leader, so it's when Greg goes. Let's see how he responds to the driver instead of the flag. Who's your picks in the chat? Let me know as we get ready to go green flag. Who do you think's going to take the win tonight? Who do you think's going to take the championship? Do you think it's going to be the same person doing both? Let me know as we are completing our first caution this time by. All right, we're getting ready for the pace car to pull off. This restart for Greg to take off. Hell, thank you for the 1,000 stars. What's up, buddy? Appreciate it. Appreciate it as always. Green flag is out as Greg Wood gets a massive jump. Nowhere for Parkhurst to go as he's got the number 6 of Tyler in the way. He gets a good start, but nothing he can do with it as Puddin rolls the bottom side up underneath Tyler. Parker's going to roll down low. Here comes Chris Handel. Remember, Chris is a championship contender. He's only 1 point back from Greg. Down the back straightaway, heading into turn number 2. Chris is going to get in front of Parker's. Chris running it hard. It looks like Parker's might be being a little bit conservative here. Well, he's getting those laps led. It's close. There's only 1 point between them. Here comes Puddin, though. Puddin coming back strong up underneath Kendall for that 3rd position. Puddin trying to put a fuss up out here tonight. Put a battle. Oh, Chris bounces off the wall coming out of turn number 2. That doesn't slow him down much as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. Here he comes up underneath Tyler for that 2nd position as Tyler pushed out. Down the front straightaway, Chris with a run on the bottom side heading into turn number 1. Still side by side with Tyler. Chris should have the position through turns number 1 and 2. He's going to go ahead and clear Tyler, drift up the track. He takes that 2nd position. Here comes Puddin in that number 98. As it looks like Parkhurst is starting to get pressure behind him from Outlaw. The 6th, Tyler pushing up the track again. Number 4. Side by side for that 3rd position. Puddin down low. Up underneath Tyler for 3rd. Puddin with a great run so far here tonight in that number 98. We're used to him sneaking up late. I'm not used to seeing him up here this early in the race. Great run for him so far early on in this one. We're just completing lap number 8. 8 laps in the book as Puddin continues to work that number 6 of Chris. Let's see how close the leaders are. It looks like number 6 of Tyler. Looks like Pendle trying to close in on Greg Wood for the lead as they come down the back straightaway. Everybody through the field, single file right now. Kyle Harmon's moved his way back up to the 10th position, just trying to ride right now after using his fast repair. 9 laps in the book as Greg Wood continues to lead. Working lap number 10, Chris Pendle in that second spot. Let's see who was faster last time by. Pendle just a little bit faster. We're talking 6/100ths of a second. About a half a tenth faster. Not very noticeable on the track as they head through 3 and 4. Looks like he's going to close a little bit there, but Greg's going to pull him off the turn. Pendle definitely driving it in deep as they come across the line. Let's see who's faster this time by. Chris, 1/10 of a second faster, so starting to become more noticeable out of that number 94. So he is starting to close in, and it looks like Tyler's gotten something going. Him and Puddin both faster than our leaders last time by. Parker's just riding in that 5th position. He's got to keep himself in a position to possibly, he's got to win this thing. That's how he's got to be thinking. Got to win. Not a big enough field. 8. He's got to get those 8 positions. He's got those bonus points that these guys are getting. I mean, Mark's got to count every little thing here. He's got to figure in his head he needs to win this one. Outlaw in that 6th position, trying to work Parkhurst and take over that 5th spot as Parkhurst blinks out there for a second in that number 23. Going to drift back a little bit as Nathan Eastep, I believe he had to use a fast repair, up to the 7th position. Scott Mayhew Jr. right behind him. He's going to cross him over down the front straightaway, heading into turn number 1. Side by side for that 7th position. Tyler Woodard right behind him. Tyler had such a tough weekend last weekend, but he's coming out here tonight trying to capitalize on a better run to carry himself into the next season. Kyle Harmon trying to space himself from everybody, giving Johnny No Pants enough room down on the bottom. If Johnny wants it, Kyle's going to give it to him. No sense in racing this early and chancing getting any damage on that number 34. Thad right behind No Pants. James in 13th out of Cato, New York. Oh, he gets into the wall once I say something about him. I got to stop talking about you, James. Spencer Teal in 20. Robert in that number 5 car sitting in 15th. Scott Baker 16th. Michael C. no front end in 17th. Robert 18th. And Josh Van Westen did not grid. Greg Wood still out in front, now picking up the pace. Gapped Chris Pendle in that number 94. Tyler and Puddin trying to close that gap. It looks like we might have a battle for second place here. Coming out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. We're going to watch this battle. It looks like the closest one, as it looks like Puddin's going to look up underneath Tyler. Tyler drifts up a little bit. Puddin in the 98. He's going to stick his nose under there coming out of turn number 4. And don't look now. It looks like the car's finally coming to Mark Parkerson at number 23. He wants to grab himself a couple more positions. Puddin's going to clear Tyler there. He's going to take the 3rd position as Parker's closes in on the 23. Down the back, around the 6th. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tyler in the 6th. Parker's going down low in the 23. He's going to get around that number 6 UPS machine, probably in turn number 1 and 2. Take that 4th position. He can't feel good about that. Both the guys in front of him at points are in front of him on the track. But he's got to feel good about the fact that the car seems to be coming to him at this point. But Greg Wood comfortably up front as Puddin makes a move on the number 94. Chris Pendle for that 2nd position. Puddin out of turn number 4, side by side with Pendle as they come down to the start-finish line. Pendle has 2nd this time by as they head down towards turn number 1. Puddin shoves it in down low through 1 and 2. He's going to clear Chris out of turn number 2. He goes ahead and takes that 2nd position. Here comes Parkerson, the 23. He wants to get ahead of Chris. Chris is 7 points ahead of him in the points. Second place. Parker's has 8 points he has to gain here tonight. 9 points now that Greg Wood has led a lap. And if Greg continues to lead, he's going to get the most laps on the night as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, not quite able to clear Chris as Chris fights back on the outside as they head through 3 and 4. Chris not wanting to give up those championship points as Parker's is going to be able to slide in front of him out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Chris looks low, can't do anything with it as Parker's is now in that 3rd position. Greg Wood with a 1.7 second lead, 8 second lead, 1.8 second lead over second place. Last time by, he was 0.2 of a second quicker than putting in second place. Parker's, though, starting to gain in on second place pudding. Let's see what kind of lap times these guys start putting down now that they're not passing. This time by, Parker's just a hair quicker than Greg Wood. But he had some drafting help, so that may have made a difference. They head down into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, nose to tail for 2nd and 3rd. Here comes Parker's looking low through 3 and 4. He knows he has to get in front of the pack. Second place is not good enough. So expect him to try and reel in Greg Wood as soon as he gets around. He needs that bonus point and probably most laps led and the win here tonight to have an opportunity. He's also going to need Greg Wood and Chris Pendle to have some bad luck. By bad luck, they can't get a top 5, which they've consistently done all season long. Parker's looking low, up underneath Puddin. Can't clear him yet. As Greg is starting to close in on lap traffic. Ooh, we got a battle for 4th. As the battle for 2nd, here comes Parker. He's going to clear Puddin. We got Tyler and Chris side by side for 4. Chris down low, Tyler up high. Did Chris use up his tires? It looked like he was driving it in awful hard into the corners. Now he's starting to fade. Here comes Tyler in the 6 around the outside. Outlaw right behind him. Chris trying to stop the bleeding as they come out of turn number 4. When will pit stops start? That's another big question here. When do these guys have to pit? How many times do these guys have to pit as we head into turn number 1 and 2? Outlaw in that 6th position. He's going to try. He's going to try and stick his nose in there. Almost 3 wide as they head down into turn number 3. Side by side for that 4th position. Chris is going to keep it. Here comes Outlaw up underneath Tyler. They're going to all go single file down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Pendle leading this pack in 4th. Tyler in 5th. Outlaw in 6th. Here comes Outlaw Outlaw in 12th. And the 12 in 6th. Outlaw looked low, couldn't do anything with it. Lap traffic is now beginning to play a role. So just so you guys know, Mark Parker's is gaining on the leader. 0.2 of a second. Low. Take that back. Now he just lost 4/100ths of a second. So Greg Wood able to maintain his lead 1.9 seconds over second as we watch the battle. Now looking to be for 5th as Chris has been able to pull slightly away from these guys. Now reeling in Puddin. So tires coming and going based on how hard they drive it at certain times of the run. As it looks like we got a battle now for the 6th position as Thad's up in here. So Thad in the 42 trying to put the pressure on Outlaw as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. I'll be keeping an eye on the interval between 1st and 2nd. As it looks like Greg Wood had pulled away a little bit away from Parker's last time by. Let's see what the lap times look this time by at the line. This time by Greg Wood, about 0.2 of a second quicker than Parker's. Oh, contact between Thad and Outlaw. Are they going to hit again? Coming out of turn number 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. They're able to stay off each other as they head down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Thad's going to dive down low, dig in deep as they head through the turn. Out of turn number 4, can Thad take that position? Down the front straightaway. Now we're going to get up under Tyler. Tyler slips back. Something happened to the number 6. Both cars clear him as they head down into turn number 1 and 2. I think that Tyler's just trying to stay out of the way and have a good run. I really think that's how it looks like he's driving. More of staying out of the way, not creating issues with drivers that are normally in the points hunt. Thad looking low again on Outlaw as it looks like Parker's gained some back in on Greg Wood. So top 2 pretty comfortable, about 2 seconds apart, and then 2 seconds away from third. Then it gets interesting from third on back as Chris Pendle's starting to close in on Puddin. Thad taking the spot from Outlaw. Outlaw in 6th. Johnny No Pants closing in that number 41 in the 7th position. Tyler's dropped back to 8th in that number 6. Tyler Woodard in 9th in the 77. Nathan Eastap struggling back here in the 10th position. Spencer Teal in 11th. Kyle Harmon trying to save that fast repair, or trying to save his car because he already used his fast repair in 12th. Scott Baker. We got a battle here. We got pit stops happening. Pit stops happening as it sounds like Outlaw is going to be going into pit road this time by. But we got a battle here for 13th, 14th, 15th. Looks like Scott Baker's going to take that position as Outlaw is on pit road. So is Robert Rushing. As it looks like some of these guys are going to try and split it up evenly into 2 stops. Greg Wood continuing to lead. He's out 1.9 seconds. It's pretty much him and Parker's are basically matching laps at this point. Nobody with the clear advantage except for Greg Wood being out front, but if he continues to be out there, it looks like he's going to be able to lock in most laps led. Now, here's the big question. Who's going to be the first one to pull the trigger? We're talking about almost 2 seconds of a lap difference in lap times on new tires and old tires. Will Mark Parker's try to short pit Greg Wood and gain that time on him? Or will Greg Wood pit and Parker stay out to lead a lap? Parker's has to be thinking win. He can't be thinking leading a lap. Win is leading a lap. Parker's needs to think about win right now. He is in a must-win situation. Well, it looks like Greg Wood's going to be pitting this time by, so is Parker's going to follow him in. Parker's is going to follow him in. Might be the smart move here in the number 23. So Greg Wood and Mark Parker's down on pit road. Parker's gained a ton coming on to pit road. All right, so this could get interesting here as Parker's definitely gained some time coming in on pit road. Let's see how this pit cycle goes as Puddin inherits the lead. Thad in second, Johnny No Pants in third, Tyler fourth, Nathan East at fifth. So Greg Wood, Chris Pendle, Mark Parker, Scott Baker, Tyler in the sixth, Outlaw, Rushing, Scott, James, Robert, and Michael all been on pit road as it now looks like Puddin on pit road as Thad's going to inherit the lead. Kyle Harmon in that number 34. He is staying out. He's got to hope for the Hail Mary here. He's got the biggest margin to overcome, so he's just trying to do whatever they aren't. But Harmon coming in this time by Thad, Johnny No Pants, Nathan Eastep, and Kyle Harmon all on pit road as it looks like our leaders are pretty close together. as they'll cycle back through to first and second. Parkhurst has it down to 0.3 of a second on the lead. So good pit cycle for Parkhurst. Trying to be perfect here tonight in that machine. Greg Wood coming to inherit the lead this time by so pitting later is definitely a disadvantage. Right now, these guys are going to be running 3 seconds a lap faster, or 2 seconds a lap faster than they were on old tires. And mind you, they were the leaders, so how much faster were they running than those guys that just now pitted? The whole time. So after this cycle, we got Greg Wood in first, Parker second, Pendle way back in third, Tyler in that number 6 and fourth. He took advantage of that early pit. Outlaw in fifth, Johnny No Pants sixth, Nathan Estep seventh, Tyler Woodard eighth, Spencer Teal and Kyle Harmon fight it out for ninth and 10th. Putting back here in the 11th position, Robert Rushing in 12th. Yeah, I can see the fastest lap. James, is Thad just now pitting? Or maybe he got a penalty. So Thad back on pit road as Greg Wood starting to feel the pressure from Parkhurst. Greg Wood out front, Mark Parkhurst in second, Chris Pendle in third. Let's see who's got the fastest lap so far. It looks like Chris Pendle right now has the fastest lap with a 30.71. Looks like it's the fastest lap. Greg Wood with the second fastest lap of a 30.77, but we can still get a faster lap here tonight. I can do it like this at a time. So Greg Wood out front, Mark Parker second, Chris Pendle in third. Greg Wood starting to gap Parkhurst as Parkhurst was closing. As they're coming up on lap traffic. Looks like they got James and Scott just in front of them. James in that 15th position, Scott in 14th. So lap traffic, how's it going to play a role for our leaders? Will they get right out of the way, or are they going to try and race? Oh, James in the wall. James goes to get out of the way, gets stuck in the wall. But he's able to keep it straight and going in that number 65. Next in line is going to be the 56 of Jan Scott Mayhew Jr. Remember him from KMM. I'm sure some of you guys remember. As we come down the front straightaway, as he's able to stay just in front of the leaders. Let's take a look. He is running pretty consistent times with the leaders right now. So the leaders aren't really closing. He actually ran the same exact time as Parker's last time across the line. So Scott really putting down some good laps, trying to stay out in front. It sounded like he had some contact earlier. But Greg Wood, like I said, our points leader, he's got 1 point over Chris Pendle, but he's led the most laps, and he's led a lap, obviously, here tonight. No laps led for Parkhurst or Pendle. So top three are top three in points, just not the same order. Mark Parkhurst is going to need more than a win here. He's going to need a little bit of luck, as Greg Wood's got a phenomenal car here in that number 67 tonight. Coming across the line as we complete lap number 44. We are closing in on the halfway point. Been a clean race so far here tonight. One caution flag on lap number 1 and nothing since. These guys are grinding it out here tonight, trying to put on a heck of a show for this championship run. Right now, not a whole lot of drama as Greg Wood is leading at almost every lap so far tonight. Other than the couple that he lost for when he pitted. But Greg Wood absolutely dominating here tonight. He's got 4/10 over second place, but he's not walking Parkhurst. He is definitely not walking Parkhurst. Let's go check out further back in the pack and check on our second place in points. Chris Pendle in the 94. Got Tyler in that number 6, sitting in 4th. Outlaw in 5th. Johnny No Pants in 6th. Nathan Eastep trying to close the gap there, try and get that 6th position. Kyle Harmon's moved his way up to 8th. So Harmon, having used a fast repair already, just trying to keep it clean, make sure he's in contention at the end of this one. Anything can happen, especially if we get a late race caution. Tyler Woodard in the 77, sitting in 9th. Spencer Teal in 10th. Puddin all the way back to 11th. Robert Rushing in 12th. He's got the 18 of Scott Baker working up underneath him. As they're side-by-side coming to the line, Scott wants to go from 13th to 12th. He's able to do it at the line. Well, can he clear him through turn number 1 and 2? So move Scott up to that 12th position. Robert back to 13th. Mayhew now a lap down in that 14th position. James in 15th. Michael in the 19 and 16th. Robert Babcock in the 99 and 17th. Thad, I think he had a pit road penalty in 18th. I don't know what he's going to do. He's in trouble here tonight. It looks like he's like almost three laps down right now. So Greg Wood absolutely dominating here tonight. As they come across the line, next time by will be the halfway point. So almost halfway through this one. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, Greg still not able to shake the 23 at Parkhurst. Is that making him nervous? I mean, he's got to feel good. He's the points leader. Even if he lets Parkhurst around, he's still going to win the championship. Halfway as they cross the start-finish line, 50 laps to go. Greg Wood still continues to lead. I got to expect pit stops to start between laps 65 and 70, maybe even as soon as 64. As these guys continue to put down laps. How's everybody doing here tonight? Let me know in the chat. Make sure you guys get the stream a like, a share, and a follow. Let's help the stream grow. As we come down into turn number 1 and 2. Greg Wood continuing to lead it. It looks like Parkhurst is starting to close that gap in that number 23. Let's look like the kids shut off their lights so I don't have to yell at them. Good kids. Greg Wood leading that time by Parkhurst in second, definitely closing the gap. Pendle way comfortable in third. He's nowhere near anybody in front or behind. But Johnny No Pants back here to 5th. Nathan Eastep. Oh, I forgot Tyler. Tyler in this number 6 machine. First race here with the series. Currently in that 4th position. Then No Pants. Then Eastep. Then we got Outlaw. He's still battling with the 99 lap car. Tyler Woodard right behind them. Kyle Harmon in 9th. Spencer Teal in 10th. Puddin 11th. Scott Mayhew. James. Robert Babcock. Michaels on pit road in that number 90. And that rounding out the field. Greg Wood out front in that number 67 as Parker's tries to close the gap. Guys, give me 1 second. Let me just grab something to drink. I'll be right back. All right, I don't think I missed anything. As Greg Wood continues to lead, Parker's closing in second. That is actually probably the closest battle on the track. It's the one for first. Oh, take that back. We got a battle back here for that 9th position as Spencer Teal has caught Kyle Harmon. Harmon struggling here in that number 34 as Spencer Teal goes to the bottom side. Out of turn number 2 down the back straight. Harmon's going to give him the low sides. He's going to fall back to that 10th position. Almost up into the wall. That was scary. Does Harmon have damage on the front of that thing again? Oh, he's got a little bit of damage. As we jump back on with Greg Wood. Greg Wood out in front, Parker's in second, Chris Pendle in third, Tyler in fourth, still, oh no, I take that back, Johnny No Pants has reeled him in for a battle for that 4th position. Can Johnny No Pants get around him as the lead is starting to grow for Greg Wood, now 0.5 of a second out in the front. We're going to watch this battle for 4th. Johnny No Pants closing in on the gap on Tyler. Coming across the line. We're going to start thinking about pit stops here soon. Start getting pit stops probably within the next, they'll probably start somewhere around lap 64, 65. See when these guys decide to pit. Here comes Johnny No Pants looking low up underneath Tyler. Will Mark Parker's try to short pit Greg Wood and gain an advantage on those newer tires? It'll be interesting to see. It might be a good strategy at this point. And it might be the only strategy at this point. And it still might not be enough for the championship. Might not even be enough for second as Chris is having a great run here. Johnny No Pants going to slide in front of Tyler for that 4th position. Tyler's just going to get behind him as they head down into turn number 3. So Greg Wood well out in front. Well, not well out. 0.6 of a second out in front of Mark Parker's. As we have 40 laps to go. 40 laps to go. We are 60% of the way through this one. Yes, it's easy math because it's 100 laps. But don't fault me on that. To come out of turn number 4, Greg Wood still continuing to dominate this one. He has definitely led the most laps. And we have pit stops starting already a little bit earlier than expected as Outlaw's coming onto pit road this time by. Now here's the question. When will Parker's decide to pit? I mean, they got a 6-second lead over second. I mean, I don't think it would hurt Parker's to try and pit early or try and stay out way later. He's got to pick one or the other. He can't do the same thing as Greg because that's not going to beat him. That is definitely not going to beat him. And it looks like he doesn't have quite the car that Greg Wood has. Although he did just close on Greg Wood just a little bit. But Greg Wood is definitely dominated here tonight. If they went onto pit road now, they would gain about 1.5 seconds over the lap times they're doing now. 1.5 seconds. If Parker's ran his perfect pit right now, ran one lap, he would be 1 second ahead of Greg Wood if Greg Wood pitted the next lap. Working lap number 64. We're going to start hearing more people talking about pit road here now as we close in on that lap 65 mark. Looks like Robert Rushing hit pit road in that number 5 as Greg Wood comes across the line. Parker's now has it back down to 0.4 of a second. Lap number 65. When are the leaders going to pit? Shoot, at this point, when's anybody going to pit? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Greg Wood out front, Mark Parker second, and I don't know, Chris Pendle, I think, got lost at the concession stand, 7.5 seconds behind Mark Parker's. Coming across the line, still no pit stops for our leaders. Parker's definitely closing in on Greg Wood as they head through turns number 1 and 2. Is that gonna make Greg want to pit? Get those fresh tires, knowing he's just as good, if not better, on fresh tires. Scott Mayhew Jr. going on pit road this time in the number 56. Chris Pendle pitting this time by. Will our leader pit next time by? Greg Wood out in front as Mark continues to close the gap 0.2 of a second down to Greg Wood. I mean, I know he's close. Yep, here comes Greg Wood on pit road. Expect Parker's to follow him in. He's got to almost follow him in, or he's got to stay out much longer. Parker stays out. Greg Wood goes in. He's got to hope for a caution at this point. This is what Parker's needs. Caution, caution, caution. If he doesn't get a caution, he is in trouble. Johnny No Pants getting a win earlier today, but he's on pit road. Greg Wood on pit road. When will Parker's pit in the 23? That is the question right now. He's going to pit this time by. Oh, this might have been a mistake. He should have pitted with Greg or pitted before him. Greg's going to have a monster lead if he made no mistakes when Parker's comes back out. I got to imagine he'll probably have a second and a half lead over Parker's after this cycle's through. So this is going to get the lead to Tyler Woodard in the 77. As Johnny No Pants goes a lap down, Kyle Harmon's going to slip into second. Tell you who needs a caution right now. That's going to be that number 34, Kyle Harmon. He could definitely use a caution. As Tyler Woodard leads the feet up, Kyle Harmon pitting this time by. Looks like Tyler's coming down in the 66. That's going to get the lead to Puddin', unless Puddin's coming down this time by. So Greg Wood is going to take the lead back. And remember what I told you? Greg Wood has more than a 2-second lead, a 3-second lead over Parker's. I think Parker's made a huge mistake not pitting with Greg Wood. Greg Wood able to take advantage of those fresher tires, being able to pull out to a much bigger lead, almost 4 seconds over Greg Wood, which is much more than I thought it was going to be. Then you got to go 10 seconds back to Chris Pendle. Oh, that's devastating for Parker's. As Greg Wood is well out in front, it's looking like we're only going to have $12 cars on the lead lap unless Puddin goes a lap down here. It does look like Puddin's going to go a lap down, so 11 cars on the lead lap. So the more cars put a lap down also kills the opportunities. Oh, Harmon with a pit penalty. He's going to have to come down and serve that one. Guys, if you were watching over there on Facebook, if you have not followed, liked, or shared, make sure you give us a follow, like, and share as we finish up the season here with Hammer Down. As Greg Wood continues to lead. Parker's in second, Tyler third, Chris Pendle in fourth. Johnny No Pants in that 5th position. Outlaw in 6th. Nathan in 7th. Spencer Teal in 8th. Robert in 9th. Tyler Woodard in 10th. Scott Baker in that 11th position. Harmon on pit road in 12th. Michael 13th. Puddin 14th. Scott Mayhew Jr. 15th. James in that 16th position. Thad 17th on pit road. Robert in that 18th and final position in that number 99. So we have 10 cars on the lead lap as the laps tick down. 73, make that, 73 laps in the books to cross the start finish line. It's a good race in here tonight. As Greg Wood continues to lead. I'll tell you what, Parker's was 4 seconds back, but he's closed that gap by 2.4 seconds. He's going to need a caution to help. I don't know if he's got enough time, but Parker's coming in a hurry in that 23, trying to direct traffic as he asks the 18 to move up high as he heads around him on the bottom side down the front straightaway. Parker's in the lead, now down to 2 seconds to the leader. Can he catch Greg Wood, and will he have any tires left? But Puddin's back here 1 lap down in the 12th position currently. As Greg Wood continues to lead. Parker's trying to close the gap, now down to 1.8 seconds. He is coming in a hurry in that number 23, but is he going to have anything left when he gets there? 25 laps to go. Johnny No Pants with a great run once again, sitting in 3rd. Chris Pendle right behind him in 4th. Tyler 5th. Outlaw 6th. Nathan Eastep in 7th. So when we looked before, it was Chris Pendle with the quickest time. I'll tell you what, Parker's is a half a second a lap quicker than Greg Wood right now. He's got it down to 1 second almost between him and Greg Wood. This might be something to watch. 0.7 of a second quicker than last time by. I don't know, Parker's has found something or he's pushing it way too hard. Let's see who's got the fastest time though right now. Still looks like Chris Pendle might have that quick time. Chris Pendle still with the quickest lap of the race, but Parker's closing in now down to 1.8 seconds. This time by, I think they're going to be a little 1.08. This time by, I think they're going to be a little bit closer on times. It is less than about a half a tenth difference between first and second. But let's see if Parker's can gain this time. Down the back straightaway. Parker's starting to grow in Greg Wood's mirror. Greg Wood probably turning up the wick a little bit now that he can see Parker starting to grow back there behind him as they come across the line for 22 laps to go. That time by Greg Wood was definitely quicker as it's now back out to 1.8 seconds. But here comes Parker's closing the gap down again through turns number 1 and 2. Down under a second, down the back straightaway. Parker's gaining on the leader, but he still needs something bad to happen to Greg in order to take the championship. Out of turn number 4, we're going to come to 21 laps to go. Let's see what the lap difference was this time. About 0.3 of a second, which is about what I figured it would be, as he's got it down to 0.8 of a second between him and Greg Wood. Now the draft with Greg is going to play a role. Will that draft pull Parker's in on him? Down the back straightaway, into 3 and 4, as we're going to come to 20 laps to go this time by. As always, Parker's squeezing every little bit of juice out of that number 23 Tropicana orange juice machine. They're going to come across the line that time by, almost identical laps between the two drivers. Parker's maybe running out of steam or taking it down a notch, knowing he's getting closer. I'm not really sure, but this time he just lost a little bit of ground. Did he use it up trying to get up there? I mean, he closed 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds on our leader. Coming across the line this time by. Let's see what the lap times are. Parker's 1/10 of a second slower that time by. So are we going to get a battle for the lead, or is Parker's out of go in that number 23? Looks like it's evened out a little bit here between that first and second machine. We got 18 laps to go. 18 laps to go. Parker's pulled the tires off. Now he's trying to make a drive forward again. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe he's just making that drive forward as they come down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. The laps are ticking down. Parker's out front. Or in second. Greg Wood out front in the lead. This time by Parker's is going to be, about a 1/10 and a half quicker than our leader. Almost about a 1/10 and a half quicker than our leader that time by. As he's definitely closing in. Now down to 0.6 of a second between first and second. Laps are clicking down. 17 laps to go. 16 when they cross the line. You guys would have never figured that out if I didn't say it, though, right? 16 laps to go. 0.5 of a second between first and second. 0.2 of a second quicker. Parker's that time by. Big difference here, though. Greg Wood able to save this whole run. Parker's has had to give it 100%. Does that mean Greg Wood has a little left in the tank to fight? Or has Greg Wood used up his equipment knowing that he was saving and saved the wrong way? You never know. We're going to find out as we got 15 laps to go. The lead is definitely getting smaller. About a 1/10 of a second between first and second that time by. Parker's is going to lose a little ground in 1 and 2 that time. Coming up on lap traffic. Greg Wood out front, Parkerson second. Parker's needs to pass and have Greg Wood have a problem. He needs to not only win this thing, he needs Greg to have an issue. Will one of these lap cars give Greg an issue as they head down into turn number 1? Parker's trying to close in 0.36 seconds to first out of turn number 2. He is all but there as they come down the back straightaway. Down into 3 and 4, growing in Greg Wood's mirror. Is it making Greg nervous as they come out of turn number 4? 13 laps to go. 13 more laps. Greg is absolutely dominated here today, but Parker's wants to take it away. Here's the other question. If Greg fights him, will Parker's give him the bump and run? Is that a possibility? They definitely had a run-in last week. Will Parker's remember that at the end of this one? Is Greg Wood thinking about that right now? Is Greg thinking that Parker's might dump him if he can get there? Will Greg just move out of the way? As Parker's is pretty much there with 0.2 of a second and 12 laps to go. Parker's has caught our leader from 4 seconds back. Through turns number 1 and 2. Parker's trying to close the rest of the way on the 67. Out of turn number 2. They're closing in on the lap car of Robert Rushing. He's the 10th place car. How will Robert play a role in this race? 11 laps to go. 11 laps for our leaders. We've only had 1 caution flag here tonight. That was on lap number 1, and it wasn't Chris's fault. I'm waiting for Chris to say something over race chat. Greg Wood out front. Johnny No Pants is in 3rd. Wow. I haven't gone through the rest of the field in a while. Through turns number 3 and 4. It looks like Kyle Harmon called it a night in the 34. Frustrated as we're going to get 10 laps to go this time by. Parker's now needs to find a way around Greg Wood. Will he use his bumper? That's the biggest question right now.
Is he waiting to use his bumper? Will he wait for the last lap? So many thoughts. Mark definitely feels like one got taken away from him last week. Is he resentful for that? Out of turn number 4, we're going to get 9 laps to go. 9 more laps as they cross the start-finish line. 0.15 seconds back to second place. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Parker's looking low. Greg Wood stays high as they come out of turn number 2. 1/10 of a second between our leader and second. Greg Wood moved down. Oh, the wrecking down the back straightaway. Yellow flag is out. All right, I'm going to let you guys decide. Greg moves down in front of Parker's to go around the 5. There's a little bit of movement there, and they get together. I don't know if I would call that intentional, but if Parker's definitely wasn't lifting in that situation. But the yellow flag is out. Ooh. As Greg Wood, dominating this race, ends up in the outside wall. 0 race chatter right now. Everyone's quiet. Parker's, Greg Wood, Johnny No Pants, Tyler, everybody coming on pit road. I got a feeling this is a fast repair scenario. Greg Wood still in the second spot. He didn't lose his position. They were so far in front. But it was so far in front, though, it really has 0 implications. Greg Wood could finish second. He's still got the championship. Parker's can finish first. He's still going to be... He's got to have Chris have a bad race. He's still probably going to be third. Coming off of pit road, Parker's is going to beat Greg Wood to the line. Greg Wood's going to start second. We're going to have a shootout to the end here. Amazingly, nothing was said over race chat. Nothing. I have a feeling all these guys are going to take the wave around. If that's the case, it looks like it's going to put 13 cars back on the lead lap. Greg Wood gives Parker's a little bump. Whoa! I was falling asleep. I was a little bit. I've been taking medicine all day, been sick the last couple days, but man, that woke me up. I don't even know what to say right now, guys. This is going to get interesting. As we have at least one more lap of caution, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. All right, guys, getting ready to go green. I'll never believe it. What's up, Brian? What happened? Sorry, I had to use the bathroom. 38 days, Matthew. What's up, buddy? Been a minute since I seen you, huh? Down into 3 and 4. We're going to go green flag this time by. These guys have to be careful. I know Greg is mad right now. Damn, nice. Nice. It definitely treated you better than the last two tracks for big blocks. About to go green flag racing. When will Parker set him off? Ooh, look at Nathan up in the battle. Green flag is out. Harmon maybe wishing he was up in this one. If Craig Wood can catch Parker's, what will he do as they head down into turn number 1? 4 laps to go. Nice. I just noticed I hadn't seen you in a while. It's good to have you out here when you come and watch. Greg Wood up into the second spot, trying to gain back on Parker's. He doesn't want just the championship. He wants the win. Parker's out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. He's got to get that thing on rail. Greg Wood's going to be trying to close as we got a yellow flag. We got cars flipping down in the infield. That is Nathan Eastop. Eastop rolling down the front straightaway. Oh, Eastop gets loose, breaks out. Big hit. Big hit. And then they get more contact. Looked like some extra accidents, but what a ride by Nathan Eastop in that number 55. Looked like Tyler took a ride through the grass. Oh, he bounced off the wall. Let's go jump on board. All right, guys, if you get nauseated, you're going to want to look away. It looks like he just got loose, trying to push it. I just heard he took a 2-tire stop. Definitely not the choice here, but let's ride on board with Eastop. Yeah, he just loses the back end. He's trying to chase it, breaks and cuts right. Boom, gets hit by Spencer. Time for a ride. The yellow flag is out. We're going to get a green-white checker, guys. We got wrecking in the back, drama in the front. So the caution lights are on the car as we are on caution flag number 3 for the night. We have tension between the leaders, a championship battle between the top 3 of the top 4, 2 of them feuding, and then we got the big wreck happening towards the back of the pack. That's why Eastop got up to 4th, though, was that 2-tire change. Didn't work out, gave him track position, but the car did not handle. Let's see if we get one to go this time by. What a ride by Eastop. So it looks like Parker's is taking down low. These guys are already ready to go. Green, white checker. They're going 1 to green this time by. This is like some WWE Raw, Matthew. All right. Puddin's got to get his beer plug in during the race. All right, they're going to go green flag this time by. Parker's down the inside. Greg Wood up high. When will Parker set off to the green flag? Will Greg Wood be there when he hits the gas? What's going to happen if they get together on the last lap? We're going to find out here as they get ready to go green flag racing. Pace car is going to pull off. Let's see who we're crowning the championship. Green flag is out as Parker gets a great jump. So does Greg Wood, decent, but Johnny No Pants with a phenomenal run down on the inside. Johnny is Mark's teammate, so he is definitely going to be happy to put some space between him and Greg Wood. Greg Wood falls back to fourth. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Single, they're trying to wreck in the back. What a save as they head down into turn number 3. Chris gets up underneath Johnny as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is in there. Whatever happens from here is it. Parker's in the lead. Greg Wood trying to take that 3rd position. He can't be happy. He led most of the laps. Parker's through out of turn number 2. Oh no! Pim got disconnected after his beer plug. iRacing must have been offended by your beer plug. Down into 3 and 4. Parker's out of turn number 4. Johnny No Pants in 2nd. Here comes Chris and Greg. Who's going to get 3rd? They touch. It's going to be Parker's, Johnny No Pants, Greg Wood, and then Chris Pendle at the line. Top 4. Greg Wood takes home the championship. Ooh! Feelings. Mark Park. Parker's with the win. Johnny No Pants in 2nd. Greg Wood in 3rd. There's our race winner and our series champion. All right. We're going to go ahead and mute the race chat. And we're going to go ahead and pull in Johnny No Pants. I thought it was the Keystone plug because it happened right after that. Oof. Well, at least you don't have any drama for not wearing any pants, right?
Yeah. No, I'm still not wearing pants.
So. Well, John, you take home a 2nd in the season finale. You got to feel good about that one.
Yeah, for sure. Tonight was there was a lot going on. We had a next gen league race before this, and I got in, was struggling with the wheel not having any force feedback or anything, so I think I got like 2 laps of practice in. Qualified like crap, and fortunately enough, we somehow found ourselves there at the end.
It looks like Greg's giving you kisses right now. Oh, Spencer Teal gets up at it. Man, I'll tell you what, after last week, with it being the way it was, a lot of cautions. This week had to be a relief. It was, I mean, it's frustrating at the same time. You had a good car, but man, just needed those cautions to help you get in contention for a good finish.
Yeah, I don't where I was running as far as lap times when Greg and Mark were checked out. I know I was like 14 seconds behind them, I think a little bit better pit decision earlier in the race might have made that gap a little bit smaller, but those two were on an absolute a whole nother level tonight. They obviously we know what was at stake here.
Yeah.
They deep and found some speed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, great run, great season. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yep. As always, thanks to the old lady upstairs. Without her, I am not doing any of this at all. Girotech, thanks to MDI TV for putting on the broadcast for this. 1776 Motorsports, Portworth Screen Printing, IRLC, iRacing League Calculator. That is about to go public, I think, within the next month here. Follow 1776 Motorsports on Facebook, and we'll keep you guys posted as far as that's concerned. I just got annihilated. No, wrap it up here, man. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks everybody for coming out and watching. I hope we put on a good show for you.
Well, go enjoy this, and I will see you next season.
Sounds good, brother. Have a good one.
Later, bud. All right. Let's bring in our race winner. I'm waiting to bring Greg Wood in because he's our champion, so a little bit different interview. So we're going to bring in Parkers. You're trying to be? You're trying to be? Nah, that's what I caught at that. But, man, here for the victory. You reeled in Greg from 4 seconds back. I know you guys got some contact. I know you guys got some history. It looked like Greg made the move to get around the lap car, and you were just in no lift mode. And, payback or accidental, whatever it is, it's done. It's over with. You win the race. He wins the championship. But overall, great run for you here tonight.
Yeah, I had absolutely no speed in practice, so I was just working on my tire saving more than anything, which really paid off during the race. But I really got to say, I wasn't trying to hook him right there, but after last week, I just wasn't going to lift no matter what he did. He could come across my nose all he wanted.
That's really what it looked like, was more of a, I'm not lifting. If it wrecks you, it wrecks you. And it hurt you too. Obviously, you both had to go in and take a fast repair. And, I mean, in reality, it just switched your positions is all it did.
Yeah.
Overall, though, good night. You had a fast car. I mean, I couldn't believe you reeled him in for 4 seconds back and still had some speed.
Yeah, I pitted a lap later than him because I was saving fuel just a little bit in that second run there. And I know if I could go 1 lap longer, I'd be able to make it to the end. And I was pretty sure he might have to save a little bit. So that last run, I don't know how I didn't burn the tires off, but I was just running hard as I could trying to get him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, man, he's going to get him. He's going to be out of tires, but didn't seem to be the case. But you finished out the season strong with the victory. You got to feel good about that going into next season. Man, you got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
I got to shout out all my teammates at 1776. John for really helping me towards that restart at the end. I wasn't sure if Greg was going to send her in there and try to get me back again, but I got to give it to John. He had a great restart, held everyone off there. And I got to thank Tyler Bellinger. He's hopped in our chat. I met him about a month or so ago in a different league, and we've become really close friends and run a lot of leagues together. So shout out to him. Shout out to my mom, who always watches my races. I know she was cheering when that 78 went nose first into the wall. I mean, got a thing. What can I say?
Well, great run here tonight. Can't wait till next season, and maybe you and Greg will sit down between now and then.
Yeah, I say we're even now. He sent it and didn't work out for me. I sent it, didn't work out for him. It is what it is. On to next season.
Have a good one and enjoy the victory.
Thank you.
Oh, and you got the quick time.
Oh, I did? Hell yeah.
Yeah. You did it in that last run.
Doesn't make much difference now. But...
Well, I'll catch you later, bud.
Yeah.
All right, so Mark Parker's with that victory. Let's bring in our champion. I figured it made the most sense to bring in last since, you got the championship today.
Well, thank you, sir. I was wondering that. I was like, I got third.
Well, I knew I had to interview you for the race, and then I want to interview you for the championship. You bring home third place in the race. I know that's not the finish you wanted. You dominated here tonight. You had the brush in there with Mark late. It looked like it was I'm not lifting because I don't have to after last week more than anything. But I mean, it is what it is. It's done. It's over with. You got a championship. He got a win.
Still third place, man. You can't be too upset with that.
I'm not. I was waiting for it. I mean, I was waiting for it the whole time. I was kind of hoping the lap car would went low like he did like every lap before that, and then the lap I go high, he decides to go high, and I got stuck behind him. I was like, well, it's either I ram him in the butt or I turn down and cut off Mark. I mean, I didn't like cut his nose or anything. I mean, he pulled right up on me and
Yes.
course lift and got off center, and he dumped me in the wall. And he said, now we're even.
Well, either way, it didn't really hurt either one of you too much. It did look like he might have been the faster car at the end there. You both get the fast.
Saving fuel.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying, actually. He says, I knew he had to probably save a little bit to the end there. And so, overall, good run, good season, man. You got to be happy.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I was good to the end, but I knew if I had a green-white checker, then I wouldn't have made it. So, yeah. I mean, that last pit stop, I went in with I think 4/10 lead. And then after cycled pit stops, I came out with a 3.8 second. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to save and save and save. That's the only reason he caught me. I was saving so much fuel just to ensure that I made it to the end. So, I mean, good win on his part. He deserved it. I mean, I didn't rob him of a win last week, but I robbed him of a second place.
Well, yeah, great win. I was going to ask you if you were going to go to Disney World with your winnings, but it's probably more like a Denny's type of winnings. So, but good run, good season. You got any friends, family, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, first and foremost, the lovely wife. She said, I'm not going to come in the room. I'm not going to mess with you. I'm not going to nothing. Go win a championship. So that's what I did. You for putting on an amazing broadcast. All the guys at Deep Racing, the Hammer Down series. I mean, this is probably the cleanest and most fun league I've ever ran in. Everybody, I mean, there's some mishaps here and there, but you're always going to have that. But, I mean, nobody complains, nobody cries, nobody nothing. So, all in all, it was very good.
Yeah, even overall, like I gotta say, you know, that what happened last week and this week, nobody really cried about it. I mean, I'm not happy. Nobody expected anybody to be happy, but there was no crying about it.
No, I mean, I even put it on the back of my car like you suggested.
Oh, I didn't even look. Oh my god, I missed.
Look?
I didn't look. Oh my god, I've been sick the last 2 days.
Yeah, the back of my car said, I'm sorry, Mark.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know. I wonder if you've seen it. He had to see it. He followed you enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then we were just in the HTL race together, and he was behind me, and I was leading. And I was like, just do it now. Just do it now. He said, nope, I ain't doing it now. I was like,
Well, good run this season. It was fun most of the time. Go enjoy the championship and get ready to defend it next season.
Will do. I'm looking forward to it, and I can get focused back on KMM and be defend my title from last season.
For sure. Well, I'll holler at you later, buddy. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, Greg Wood with the championship. Third place finish here tonight. Definitely was the car to beat for a while there. Let's go ahead and pull up tonight's results. I was going to bring in Chris, but it looks like he's doing his cycles through. So we're going to go Mark Parker's with the win. Johnny No Pants in second. Greg Wood in third. Chris Pendle in fourth. Tyler in fifth. Robert sixth. Spencer Teal in seventh. Outlaw in eighth. Scott Baker in ninth. Tyler Woodard in 10th. Scott Mayhew Jr. is going to bring it home 11th. Nathan in 12th. Thad in 13th, putting in that 14th position. James in 15th, Michael C. in 16th. Robert Babcock's going to bring it home 18th, and Kyle Harmon Robert Babcock's going to bring it home 17th, Kyle Harmon in 18th.